Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully y'all are having an absolutely amazing day. Now, as I mentioned before, this is going to be the Rebecca deck that I worked so hard to build and create with the booster boxes of Kingdom Intrigue that I opened up. So we're going to test that deck out. Before I do, once again, another segment of DK's Dumb Dumb Tactics. Let's go. The way that I play this deck, obviously Rebecca as a leader cannot attack, but what she can do is control the board really well. So one of her abilities is if you have less than 6 cards in your hand, so let's say you have 5 cards in your hand, you can basically rest a Dawn, look at the top 2 cards in your deck and pick one. So you also basically get an extra card every turn if you use your ability and you only have 6 cards. Now, because Rebecca can't attack, the goal of this deck is really to control the board as much as you can, even though I suck at it. So they do have a lot of blockers that I run in this deck. I run a Ideo, which is a 2-cost cheap blocker, and a Bartolomeo, which is a 3-cost cheap blocker as well, but he has a 2000 counter, so he's a pretty solid blocker. So maybe using these to protect some of your characters early on. And then the most important blocker in this deck is Sabo, because one of the reasons this deck for Rebecca is so strong as well is you actually want as many cards in your trash as possible, which a lot of her character cards in the deck do. They trash the cards to get you basically stacked up to the top. So you want as many cards in your trash early as well. So Sabo, what he does is you draw 2 and you trash 2 cards from your hand when you summon them. And then once you summon Sabo, none of your cards in your field for your turn until the start of your next turn can be knocked out by effects, which is pretty OP. Now, another thing you want for Rebecca is to be able to draw this Create a Coliseum early, put that card in the field, and basically all of your characters, once they summon them, it gives them a mini version of Rush. They can't attack the opponent's life, but they can attack characters that are rested. So let's say that on the other side, there's a character like that, Luffy here. I summon Sabo. He could technically attack on the turn that I summon this Sabo because of Create a Coliseum. It's pretty solid. No big boy attackers in this deck, except for Luffy, which is one of the most OP and most confusing characters to use in the game. It's nice, but it's also a bit weird. So you summon him on the field. The first really nice thing about Luffy is that he can get rid of those big hitters like 10 cost Big Mom, 10 cost Kaido, 10 cost Don Flamingo. And how does he do that with only 7,000 power? The moment you summon, he does have active. He can attack once you have a Coliseum on the field. So 7,000 power, he can attack anyone that's active, not rested, which is really nice. And then another thing you want to do is if you have Gum King Kong Gun, this is probably one of the most important cards in this deck. It basically gives one of your Dressrosa characters plus 6,000 power. I know, ridiculous. So Luffy swings 13,000 the moment he gets on the field, and he can attack active characters. So if your opponent just summoned a big card like a Big Mom for 12,000 power and has no more resources left because you used 10 Dawn to summon him, this bad boy can attack 13,000 at the Big Mom. And let's say he attacks 13,000 at Big Mom and then they counter it or block it for the first time. Luffy's ability, which is crazy again, is if you can actually take 7 cards out of your trash and put it back into your deck so he can swing back and attack again. So basically this moment you summon him, he can attack twice. This card's cleared out my board several times. And another very important card in this deck is obviously going to be Rebecca's father in the anime, Kyros, which is a 3-cost 5,000 power attacker. He is darn near unkillable in this game. Let me tell you why. Once you summon him, if you attack with them, let's say there, and the opponent attacks as Kyros, what you can do is you can rest Rebecca and he can't die. And then let's say someone else attacks him again, what you can do is rest your Coliseum and he won't die because she's a mixed leader. Is if they do summon a very strong card, I do, like once again, a 10 cost Kaido, 10 cost Big Mom. I do have Red Rock, which is the worst card in the history of this game. I hate it so much, but it's so good. Place up to 1 character at the bottom of the owner's deck. So let's say the owner just wasted 10 Dawn, summoned a 10 cost Big Mom. Next turn, you just summon Red Rock, and then that Dawn, that card goes to the bottom of the owner's deck. It is the biggest troll ever. And then, of course, we do have Olympus. Basically, once you summon this character, it gives one of the opponent's characters -4 cost, but he does have to basically kill another character on the board. So let's say I summon Olympus like that on the field. I will, once per turn, give up to one of your opponent's characters -4 cost during this turn. So let's just say, for argument's sake, that Sabo is on the other side of the field like that. I'm sorry, the angle's weird. Sabo's on the other side of the field like that. I give Sabo -4 cost, so now he's at 1 cost, right? And then another thing that's cool about Rebecca, she has cards like Leo, which is her only like knockout version card person. Basically, you summon him. Leo, you may rest your leader if your leader has the Dressrosa type, which is Rebecca. Knock out one of your opponent's characters at the cost of 1 or less, then you trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. So let's just hypothetically say I summon Olympus. Let's say this guy summoned the Kyros on the other side. I summon Olympus, use this effect, -4 costs him, so now he's at 0 cost, and I waste 1 more Dawn, summon Leo, rest my Rebecca, and this dude's knocked out. Obviously, situational, some cards don't get knocked out by effects, but you kind of get what I mean. So that's kind of the Rebecca deck overall. It's really strong. It's a slow burn deck for sure, but let's see how I do with my first ever Rebecca playthrough. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. It is an amazing day, and I am playing and joined today by my good friend. Would you like to introduce yourself, my guy?
Hello everyone, my name is Prodigious TCC, that's Prodigious, a trading card collector. Recently I have been on a downward spiral for One Piece, just getting smacked left and right, but today that changes, because I have no faith in DK's deck building or his cards whatsoever.
So what are you playing, my friend?
I am going to be playing my Magellan deck. It is semi-upgraded. I'm waiting on 4 cards, and then it's probably pretty good.
Okay.
So, you know, we'll see. We'll see.
I'm going to shuffle in my hand. Which one's Luffy? Which one's Shanks?
Left is Luffy. Has to be LL.
And
no,
then I will go
cheating.
first.
That's cheating.
I will go first.
I will keep.
I will also keep. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Rebecca is one of those leaders that cannot attack. And the animation doesn't attack either, technically. So it's a really important character. But she can't attack, and so it's a little bit annoying. But her abilities and her like deck in general kind of makes up for it. And you'll see in just a bit. All right, you ready?
I am ready.
All right, perfect. I will Dawn 1, and then I'm going to use Rebecca's ability. Basically, once per turn, you may rest a specified number of Dawn cards in your cost area. If you have 6 or less cards in your hand, which I have 5, look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Dressrosa type card, and add it to your hand, then trash the rest. So I'll rest this Dawn. Look at the top 2. She's basically a searcher. Trash this. I'm going to take Gets, and I will end... Oh, she doesn't rest. I'm sorry. Just the Dawn rests, and I'll end my turn.
Draw. Dawn 2. Rest 1. Dawn to play a Hanya Ball, which is on play. Look at 5 cards from the top of my deck. Reveal up to 1 purple Impel Down type card. Other than Hanya Ball, add it to my hand and place the rest at the bottom of my deck in any order. I will take a little Sadie. I will rest 1 and I'll play another Hanya Ball and do it all over again.
2 hours later.
Let's go with a Minnow Koala.
Okay.
Pass the turn on to you.
We'll draw 1, ladies and gentlemen. Dawn 2. I am going to rest 1 Dawn to summon Colosseum. And Colosseum, if your leader has a Dressrosa type, your Dressrosa type characters can attack characters, not your life, can attack characters on the turn in which they are played.
Oh,
and then
so they all get rush.
Yeah, so they get rush towards your characters only, though. They don't get rush on your life. And then I'm going to use her ability again, rest 1 Dawn, to look at the top 2 cards from my deck. Trash 1. I'm going to take none, so I have to trash both of them. I'll end my turn. This is going great.
Oh, man.
Because he can't attack with Rebecca, so this is going good. This is going good.
2. Oh, whoops, I should have drawn first. Cheating, what can I say? I just
cheating.
Love cheating.
He's a cheater, bro.
I will rest 3. I will little Sadie Minnow Koala.
This is going great.
I will attach and swing 6,000 at your leader.
Counter, plus 2,000.
And I'll pass the turn on to you.
Draw 1. Oh my days. I'll Dawn 2. I'll use her ability to look at the top 2 cards from my deck, take 1 and trash the other one. I'll trash Red Rock. Oh god. Take the blocker. Do I have to show you? Yeah, I have to reveal it. Okay, perfect. And then with 4 Dawn on the field, I'm going to rest all 4 of them.
Uh-oh.
to summon Orlumbus. Orlumbus's ability, once per turn, give to one of your opponent's characters -4 cost during this turn, and then trash 2 cards from the top of your deck and knock out up to one of your Dressrosa type characters. It's kind of confusing, but basically I can give one of your characters -4 cost, and then I have to trash the top 2 cards from my deck. And then I have to knock out a character on the field. So let's hypothetically say I had Gats on here. I have to knock him out.
Okay.
I will end my turn.
Draw first. On 2, bring me to a total of 6. Yep, I can count. It's all good.
Good job. Very nice.
Rest 6 to play King. I will return a Dawn to my Dawn deck. I will knock out your whatever his name is on the field. Orlumbus. I will knock out Orlumbus with his ability. And because I returned a Dawn, Magellan is now at 6,000 power. Swing 6,000 at your leader.
6,000 at my leader. I'll take that.
I'm so used to you playing yellow going, oh, trigger.
I do have a trigger.
Oh.
Okay, I'll keep it for now. Let me draw 1. I will rest 1 Dawn, summon Rebecca, which is a searcher. 3 cards from the top of my deck. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Monkey D. Luffy.
Ooh.
3, 4, 5, 6 Dawn on the field right now. I'm going to use Rebecca's ability, rest 1 more Dawn, look at the top 2 cards from my deck, and I'll take this card, rest 3, summon Bartolomeu, and then I'm going to rest 2, summon Ideo, and I'll end my turn.
Okay, I will swing 7,000 at your leader.
Okay, block that.
And then 8,000 at your leader.
I'll block that too, Jesus Christ.
End my turn with 4 active Dawn.
4 active Dawn.
4 active Dawn.
Draw 1. I will Dawn 2. Now I have 9 Dawn. Use 4 Dawn to summon another Orlumbus.
Okay.
I am going to use Rebecca's ability, rest 1 Dawn. Look at the top 2 cards of my deck. I'll take this card and trash that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in my trash. And then I have to get rid of Rebecca. I'm going to give your king -4 cost, by the way.
Okay, so bringing king down to 2?
Bringing king down to 2 cost, that's correct. To use 4 Dawn, to use Treno Bastardo, and choose up to one of your opponent's characters at the cost of 4 or less and knock out, and knock it out. So I'll knock your king out. With no Dawn remaining, I will end my turn.
Refresh everything. Let me just count my trash real quick. 1. Okay, interesting.
You think you're funny?
I will draw and I will Dawn.
You know, for this deck, you need to count your trash, though. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, why not? I will rest 9.
Okay.
And I'll play
9?
Kaido.
Oh my god.
I will return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back to my Dawn deck. Boop, and I will knock out your... I keep forgetting his name.
Orlumbus, knock him out.
Orlumbus, yeah, I'll knock him out. Orlumbus. What? Because I did that, now Kaido has Rush. And since I did return Dawn to my Dawn deck, Magellan is at 6,000, so I'll swing at you with 6,000 at your leader.
Okay, counter 7,000.
Okay, and then I'll swing 10,000 at your leader.
Wonderful, I'll block that with nothing.
Got him! Okay, and then I will pass the turn on to you.
Final Dawn, draw 1. You only have 4 Dawn, though?
Yeah.
That's actually crazy. Okay. Let's do this. I'll use Rebecca's ability again. Rest 1. Look at the top 2 cards from my deck. 1, 2. I'll take Kyros. First Kyros that I've drawn so far, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually crazy. Rest 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To summon Sabo. I'm going to the top 2 cards. You can basically, on play, none of my characters can be knocked out by effects until the start of my next turn, and then draw 2 cards and trash 2 cards from your hand. So I'll draw 2. I'm going to trash With Leo, with 4 remaining Dawn, I'm gonna summon 2 blockers on the field, so I have 3 blockers now. How many Kaidos do you have in your deck?
2 or 3.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so I have 6. Attach 2 Dawn to Magellan and swing for 7,000 at your leader.
I'll block that.
Okay, and then I'll swing Kaido 10,000 at your leader.
I'll block that.
And then I will end my turn with 4 active Dawn.
I'll draw 1. I'm gonna rest 6 Dawn.
Uh-oh.
Do you know what's happening?
No, and I'm kind of afraid.
So 6 Dawn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rested. So you see that Kaido right there, right?
Oh no, not anymore?
Put it on the bottom of your deck.
Oh, one of these,
Red Rock.
eh?
I'm fine.
Gum Gum Red Rock. Place up to 1 character at the bottom of the owner's deck. Yeah.
Are you sure you didn't
it's
want to go for a Minokoala?
No, screw that Minokoala. 4 Dawn remaining. I'm going to summon Kyros. Finally, I pulled Kyros. Leader is Rebecca. Knock out up to 1 of your opponent's characters. The cost of 1 or less, then trash 1 card on top of your deck. I'll knock out one of their. Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll trash the top card of my deck. It's another Kyros. Damn it! Okay, it's okay. It's all good. I'll use Rebecca's ability, and I'm gonna take Gum Gum King Kong Gun, and I'll trash Olympus, and then I will end my turn.
All right, I'm going to, I will rest 6. I'll play another king and I will get rid of him, the blocker.
What?
You can get rid of a 5 cost?
Oh, he's 5 cost, not 4 cost. Oh no.
Aha! Yes!
All right, then I won't, I'll still summon him, but I won't use his Dawn -1 ability.
Okay.
You may, yeah, I may. So I've got 2 active still. Swing for 5,000 at your leader with Magellan.
I'll block that.
What's his power?
6,000.
6,000, you son of a gun. I see how it is. Will end my turn there with 2 active Dawn.
Perfect. And I will draw 1. Beautiful. This is amazing, dude. You're gonna love this.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, I do see that game.
2, 3, 4. I'm gonna use Treno Bastardo. Last time I used it to knock out your king, right? But I had to use the Orlumbus character to lower his cost,
To lower
right?
him to 4, yeah, because he has
Lower him
6
to 4.
right now.
But guess what? This card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less and knock it out. If you have 15 or more cards in your trash, which I have knock out a cost of 6 or less instead of a character with a cost of 4 or less. So you see that, king? Get it out of here.
I don't see a king, actually. I don't see a king at all.
I'm fine.
With 6 more Dawn, rest 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to summon Sabo. Oh, yeah, this one's back to rested. Now, once again, Sabo's ability, all these cards until my next turn cannot be knocked out by any effects. Okay? Because it just gives them an ability. So I can draw 2 and then trash 2. And so I trashed 1. I will trash Leo. I just don't need Leo right now. And then I'm going to use Rebecca's ability. Rest 1. And look at the top 2 cards. And I think I'm going to take Barrier instead of Cavendish.
Nice.
And then I'm going to swing 5,000 at life. First swing of the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's like turn 7 or something.
I will get rid of Minnow Zebra to bring myself up to 6,000.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Alrighty. I will reset, draw, Dawn 2. So I'm now a first time. How long have you been playing? A first time to 10 Dawn. I will rest 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll rest 8 just to play 2. I don't have a little Sadie, so I'm just going for it. So I have 3 blockers on the field. And then
geez.
I will just pass the turn with 2 active Dawn.
You don't want to swing with your leader? You can swing with your leader. You know that, right?
Yeah, but you have two 6,000 blockers.
I mean, you can give 2 Dawn to your Magellan.
Yeah, but I think I may need these two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair play. All right, so then I am running out of my deck. All right, so everything's refreshed. I will draw one. I will summon Luffy.
There he is. There's the boy.
I have to summon him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even though I want to do other stuff, ladies and gentlemen, I have to summon this card. It's such a powerful card. And the fun thing about this card is that it can attack active characters.
Nice. Awesome. Cool. Love this. Does he have rush or no?
Yes, he does, because of the Coliseum. See him. See him. See him. See him. See him. See him. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to swing 7,000 at your little koala.
I will rest 2. I will Dawn -1, and I'll play Judgment of Hell to give him -3,000 power, which will be bringing him down to 5. And then I'll put another -3,000 on, -3,000 on him.
Okay.
And then I'll get rid of a Minotaur.
Okay, so how much power does my Luffy have right now?
7, 6, he's at 4,000. Never mind.
Yeah, 4,000.
It's -3,000. Yeah, so he's at 4,000. So I don't need to get rid of that 1,000.
Yeah, you don't have to get rid of that 1,000.
Yeah.
So he's at 4,000 power right now?
Yes.
And this guy's at 2,000 power?
Yes, until the end, during this turn. So your whole turn.
Okay, got it. Then let's do this. That does change my plans just a bit.
I told you I needed those 2 Dawn.
So 7 costs. So then I guess what I'm going to do, rest 3 to summon another Kyros. Knock out 1 character with the 1 cost. So I'll knock out your Searcher, Hannibal. It's been there for the beginning of the game.
Since the beginning of the game.
And then I get to trash 1 card from the top of my deck. No! So I'm gonna swing 6,000 with Sabo at your life.
I will use a X Drake, which is plus 2,000.
Okay, and I'll end my turn.
Okay, I will upright. I will draw. I will Dawn my last Dawn again. Okay. I will rest 3. 1, 2, 3. I will return 2 Dawn back to its Dawn deck. And I will play Lion's Threat Imperial Earthbind. KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. I will KO the active Sabo.
Damn.
Because of that, Magellan is now up to 6,000.
Okay.
Rest 4 to play a Minotaur.
There's the Turtle.
There he is. There's the Turtle. I will attach 1 Dawn to Magellan to bring him up to 7,000, and I will swing at life.
Okay, take that.
And then I will pass the turn with 2 active Dawn.
I'll draw 1. All right. And I will use Rebecca's ability first. Top 2 cards of my deck. Look at what I want.
Maybe put the Dawn under Rebecca. That way you'll always know that she used your ability.
Got it. There you go. You have another Judgment of Hell, don't you?
I will neither confirm nor deny. I plead the 5th on this one, officer.
I'm going to rest 3 Dawn. So now I have 6 Dawn. I'm going to give Luffy his ability King Kong Gun. So now he is at 13,000 power with double attack. So I'm going to swing 13,000 at life.
I will take that with block that with one of the Minokoalas.
Perfect, and I'm going to use his ability to restand him.
Then puts, one of my Dawn back. Okay, you're restanding him.
Restanding him, but I could choose 7 cards that I want to bring back. Puts in the bottom. And then now I'm going to swing again with 13,000 at life.
All right, I will again block with one of my Minokoalas, which then puts this Dawn into my cost area arrested.
Okay. And now you have 1 more blocker, correct?
Correct, I do have 1 more blocker.
Well, 6 more Dawn active, right? Yeah, 6 more Dawn active. Okay, I'm going to swing 7,000 with Kyros.
Okay, I will rest 2 Dawn.
Judgment of Hell.
Judgment of Hell, put 1 Dawn back in my Dawn deck, and I'll put minus 3,000 on both Kyros.
This Kyros as well?
Yes.
Okay. And then...
And because of that, now my Magellan is now 6,000 because of the returning of the Dawn.
With the turn. Got it. Okay. Use 2 Dawn to summon Ideo. And I will... Scary. I don't know if I want to do this or not. I will... Trash Kyros, summon Gats on play. Up to one of your Dressrosa type characters can also attack active characters during this turn. Now I'm going to swing 6,000 at your blocker.
I will use Shiki, which is plus 2,000, bring him up to 7,000.
And it's your turn.
1, 2, 3. I will rest 3.
Oh no.
Play a Lion's Threat Imperial Bind to knock out that blocker.
2 cost?
Yep. You have 1 active Dawn.
1 active Dawn.
5 cards in hand.
Yes.
I will attach 6 Dawn to Minotaur and swing for 11,000 at life.
Double attack?
Yep.
Okay. I'll rest my Dawn.
NANI? No, you won't. What do you got? What do you got?
Barrier. Up to one of your leaders or characters gains 2,000 power during this battle, 7,000. However, if you have 15 more cards in your trash, which I do, this card gains an additional 2,000.
Count them out.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
2 hours later.
So at 9,000, you said hit 11,000, right?
Yes. So you need to bring it up to 4 more thousand.
11.
Right?
So now she's at 11.
9. Oh,
and
yeah,
then
2,000.
I need one more.
Right.
I need one more, yeah?
So 1 more, yeah.
I'll use Leo.
Emotional damage.
I was really hedging my bets with that one.
Yeah, I know you were. Oh, jeez. Did I lose all this? Yeah, I did lose all that. All right.
I
Still your
will
turn?
attach 1 to Magellan, bring him up to 7,000 and swing at life.
Okay. Swing at life. I'll take that one.
Of course. Oh, you'll take that one, will you?
And then I will knock out your Minokoala with this Trueno Bastardo.
Okay. Wow. Incredibly rude. I will end my turn and pass it on to you. I'm scared.
Okay, 10,000. We'll draw 1 to start the turn. So I'm going to rest 1 Dawn to look at the top 2 cards in my deck. I'll take Rebecca. I will use Rebecca to look at the 3 cards on the top of my deck. Reveal to 1 Dressrosa type card other than Rebecca and add it to your hand. Sabo.
Sabo.
Sabo. How many cards in hand?
0.
I'm gonna swing 5,000 at your Minotaur.
Minotaur. Okay. Take that. Because of that, a Dawn will go to my active area rested.
It's 7. That's correct. I'm right. 5 Dawn. I'm gonna trash this Rebecca to summon another Sabo. None of these cards can be knocked out by effects.
Awesome.
I'll swing 6,000 at life with Sabo.
I'll take that. Okay.
And I will end my turn.
So 3 active Dawn and 1 active blocker, correct?
That's correct. And now you have 2 cards in hand, yeah?
Yes, and I love this for me.
I hate this.
I will attach 5 Dawn to Little Sadie and swing 8,000 at your life.
I will take that. All right.
Attach 2 Dawn to Magellan, bring him up to 7,000 and swing at life.
7,000. I'll block with Sabo.
Yep.
And counter plus 2,000, making him 8,000.
Okay. I will rest 3 to play Sasaki. I will Dawn -1 so I can draw a card. I think that was actually worth it.
Stop the cap.
Pass the turn on to you.
I will start by drawing 1.
What is your deck at? 2?
2.
2?
2? 2?
You better use Luffy real quick.
I'm gonna rest 3 Dawn to give Luffy Gum King Kong Gun.
Yeah, bring him to 13.
And I'm gonna
And
swing
double?
13,000 and double attack at your life.
I will take that, both of those. 1,
Yep.
2. Okay.
Okay, and then I will refresh using his ability.
Okay. And you're swinging at life with this one?
I'm swinging at life with 13,000 again. That's correct.
Okay, I will take this one. Okay, no trigger. And then last one, no trigger. Okay.
All right. And then Luffy is now arrested. You have 0 life, yeah?
That is correct.
Okay, so now I have basically...
We're on a quote-unquote equal footing here.
Quote-unquote equal footing. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest 1 Dawn, trash this guy, summon Rebecca, and I'm going to look at the top 3 cards from my deck. And I am going to reveal up to 1 Dressrosa type card other than Rebecca and add it to my hand. I will take Gum Gum King Kong Gun.
Huh, interesting, okay.
Yeah. And as you can imagine, what's going to happen now is I'm going to rest 3 more Dawn. Give Gum Gum King Kong Gun to Sabo, which gives him 12,000 attack.
Yep.
And I'm going to use the remaining Dawn to give him 15,000 attack, and I'm going to swing 15,000 double attack at your life.
So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You said you're swinging 15?
That's right.
Let me just double check that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Emotional damage.
Good game.
Dude, that was intense, bro.
Look what I pills from my life. King. I was like, oh, use King, get rid of a Sabo.
I was waiting for that, so I actually saved this just in case another Kaido or King came. I'm going to bring that to the bottom of your deck.
That was close.
That was really close. I was playing for the end game there. And I purposely didn't use Luffy's ability the previous turn to save it.
So you could attack twice.
Yeah, so I purposely also had 2 cards left here on the top to use his ability, get the Rebecca Searcher, and then put Gum Gum Red Rock on there. So then I drew it and I was like, I don't think you can block 15,000 attacks.
I was close, and I was surprised I was actually so close to being able to block it.
It's tough, dude. Rebecca decks are really hard to use. I think because it's all about controlling the field. Look at my deck. Look at my field right now. It's all about controlling the field, and realistically using that steroid King Kong gun to do as much damage as possible. And once you had those 3 minnow koalas, I'm like, this game is gonna last a long time.
Yes.
It's like this game's gonna last a long time. This is literally our longest game.
Yes, I think this is the longest game we've ever played. Like an hour. Yeah.
Dude, oh my god. But yes, that was crazy.
That was all my the rest of my Kaidos at the bottom of my deck. And I was like, no.
You know, if you had a Kaido, you would have ended it probably, because you give him rush. So then I can't block that really.
Yeah.
So if he came in, I might have lost that game.
And I was just 1 queen. I have 4 queen. I didn't see one of them for the whole game, which they have rush as well.
Oh my god.
So it's just like, oh man. But like even with that, it was close, and it was really, that was like I think one of the funnest games because it wasn't like so one-sided. It was like so tense and like back and forth, who's going to get the card that they need first. And it was like, ooh, that was wild. I really enjoyed that game. Dude,
yeah, that was fun. That was scary. I thought I was gonna lose that one in the end. Like when you got rid of my last life with Sadie, I was like, how does she have so much power? Damn it, dude. So I was like, oh dude, with Sadie, that was a scary one. Because I was like conserving. I had to put you down to 4 so that I could double attack.
Yeah.
And then hit you with the final life. So I'm like, I gotta get him with the Sabo. And now I was like, should I attack with this blocker Sabo? And I got you down. Luckily, so it was good.
And I was just like, okay, I'm taking all this light, but it's like everything I grabbed was like 2,000, 2,000, 1,000. I was like, okay, I'm stacked. So if he swings at me again, like even if he puts all of his Dawn, I can still block it. I'm good. And then you threw down that stupid, it's now 13,000 or whatever. And it's just like, no, that's not how this is supposed to go.
That's not fair. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, Rebecca's deck is very fun to play, but it's really about it's like the draw you have, the cards you're drawing to. It's a tough deck to play overall, but it's very, very fun. I gotta say, how did you feel about the deck overall, my friend?
It was good. I liked it. It is
different, right?
It's a much more of a longer, slower until you get your Luffy and whatnot set up, and then you can start really going. But I had so many blockers in there that it still kind of slowed it down.
Yeah.
I do find that with the deck, if you can think ahead, like you were with like, okay, I have this many cards, I don't have anything in there. So when I use Luffy's ability, I can put them the way I want them to put them. They're on the bottom and I know what I'm drawing after I use Rebecca's ability, draw those two that were there, keep one, get rid of them. And now the deck is stacked exactly how I want it to be. Yeah, so it's like, if you can think ahead like you did with that, it's like, okay, now I'm stacking the deck exactly how I want it to be. I know exactly what's in there, when I'm going to get it. So it's like, now it's just making sure everything goes to plan. And I mean, it did for you. It went to plan very well.
We each had 0 life in the end, but I will say, I think this deck is fun, but it is scary and it's tough to use. It's much better to play the Rebecca deck in real life than in like the sim, because when you're using Luffy's ability and reshuffling the cards in your trash to put it on the bottom of your deck, you can actually control the cards you're pulling. On the sim, you just gotta click and just kind of accidentally click one, accidentally click another one. So it's much better to play the Rebecca deck like properly with cards, because you can kind of control it and know what cards you're pulling as well. The sim is just a little hard, fat fingered all the time. But ladies and gentlemen, that was the game. If you stuck around to the end, you're absolute legends, because that was a long game. I was getting tired playing that game. I'm sure Prodigious is getting tired playing that game as well. But regardless, thank y'all so much for the constant support. Hopefully I'll see y'all in the next one, but have a great rest of y'all's day.
It's what you do. You give me yellow eyes and orange skies. Red, I'm seeing red. I'm riding violet waves from yesterday. It's what you do. You give me yellow eyes and orange skies.